We were born to champion the dreamers and stand with the underdogs. Because you can only succeed if you're given the opportunity to try.
Are you crying?
Yeah, no, maybe.
Hey guys, welcome back to Uncut. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Kolby, and today we have two pretty iconic guests, friends for a long time. This is Josiah and Drez from the band 10 Feet. They brought us some of the most iconic songs of our generation, like Islands in the Stream and Windward Skies. This year, they celebrate 30 years playing together, and they have a new music video out to their new single hit, Ridin' and Vibin' with Shar Carrillo. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
This is what you guys look like, huh?
30 years. 30 years, my back just got more sore.
This is what we look like in the morning.
Well, thank you for coming
Yeah, we dress the
early.
same every morning.
Yeah.
Take us back 30 years.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean,
I know, congratulations.
how did you guys
30
even, like-
years playing together, too, yeah?
It's incredible because 30 years just goes by like that. And it's funny because we're only 33, 34.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
gonna
crazy.
say
Yeah, I don't
that.
know. Just do the math. Do the math.
Right
I
out
don't
of
know
the womb.
Boom, we on it. It's 30 years and pretty much the same guys in the group too.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then, I
It's-
mean,
you don't
bands will
often
stay
hear about that, yeah.
together, but then, like, mixed different people will come in and
Yeah,
out
yeah,
and things
yeah.
like that.
so I mean,
we're 30 years in because everything just takes longer. Everybody's like, go. And then they burn out. Us was like,
chill.
8 years for the first album, another 4 more years for the next
Yeah.
album, another
Yeah.
4
Just
years.
spread it out, yeah.
That's all.
So, but you guys grew up together.
Pretty much. We
Pretty
all
much boys from before.
Kalihi boys.
Yeah. So
Like-
when did 10 Feet actually start? Just
Yeah, like who
jamming?
who was like, you know what, we're pretty good at music. Let's do something.
Sand Island.
Sand Island.
Yeah.
We've been surfing there 30 years.
Oh, longer
Longer than that.
Yeah.
Before we was born. But
There's not
any-
really good surf there though, so
Yeah.
you guys shouldn't really
Don't
come.
come to
Nobody
Sand
should
Island.
really.
Yeah, it's not,
like
it's not
surf.
good. It's not good.
Yeah, so much
It's
sharks.
horrible.
Yeah, yeah.
Way too many sharks. Pollution, the
Yeah,
sewers.
pollution.
There's no sand at all,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no
Sandless
parking.
island.
Yeah, it's actually
Yeah.
terrible.
Like
Don't
horrible
come. We'll just
waves.
beep out that location
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah.
Break
In
into
fact,
your
you can't go
cars.
there anymore too because the seals decided to give birth over there now, so
Yeah.
they closed the whole park down.
Oh, actually.
Yeah, they actually did. Actually, they closed like the one small
One
beach
spot,
that
yeah,
they
yeah,
had,
yeah.
and then it was like, wow, there's nobody coming now. It's cool.
Ah.
Thank you, Seal.
Yeah, right on seals.
We kind of started there as far as the Kanikapila after surf session.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then it was like everybody got ukuleles, guitars.
yeah.
And then they just told Drez, let's make a band.
Yeah, I mean, we were surfing there since before we could drive.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
ride our bikes with our boogie boards and stuff like that. And before Sand Island didn't look like how it does now.
Yeah.
It was all dirt roads. Always had music. Always had surf in our lives and stuff. We always knew each other from surfing and from the neighborhoods and from school.
And from school too, because
Yeah.
we had the same music teacher too.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Avial.
Who was that music teacher?
Avial, Nathan
Yeah.
Avial's dad.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He was a huge influence on us.
Big
man.
time, yeah.
Yeah. And
Wow.
Nathan would come in and do like demos for us when we were in high school, and then we would watch him play, and all of us would be like, I quit. There's no way I'm gonna be that good. And we're still not that good 40 years later. It's like this, but yeah, his dad was a huge influence on
Big time,
on
yeah.
us.
Like 94, 95.
I had just come home from school from the mainland, and when I got home, I was like, now what? And then that summer I was like, I should just, and the surf was up, and like you said, we would just Kanikapila jam for the boys afterwards, and then the boys would be like, man, you guys sound too good. What are you guys singing for us? You guys should start a band. And we just kind of laughed and we were like, yeah, maybe. This was like summer of '94, yeah,
94. And then
summer of '94.
so we got everybody together, and like Erickson guys, they
Yeah.
all surf there too.
Yeah.
And then we said, okay, we're gonna do this. You playing the bass, you playing the drums, guitar, I'll sing.
We actually got our drummer Nate because his uncle was Uncle Lucky Salvador, who played with the Crush. He was an awesome drummer with the Crush. Who else? Honolulu.
Yeah.
And all those guys are like all those bands are iconic influences for us too.
And
Yeah.
we all went to
right?
school together, so
Yeah.
we kind of knew that. Okay,
Yeah.
he has chops in that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He wasn't good at it, but
Yeah.
we
We were just like his uncle's a drummer, so he got a
Yeah.
he gotta
You can
know
borrow
something.
his drum.
He must be good. He must be good.
But he didn't have a drum set, so we had to
So
find everybody
we
chipped in like $20.
20
each.
bucks.
Yeah. Just buy
Buy
it.
this, yeah.
Yeah.
I was under somebody's
Yeah,
table
and
for
it
like
was
years.
like you had to look in the paper. Yeah, you had
yeah,
to
like
look
the
in the
listings,
paper.
yeah.
Yeah, because there was no Facebook Market
Yeah,
or all that
yeah.
stuff.
They like
You
had the
to look-
penny saver.
Call them up, yeah, Penny Saver, and it was like in Kali Valley, someplace. Yeah, and like Josiah said, we found the drum set on somebody's pool table. I remember that's like
How much is this? $100.
It was like deal, by God.
And even with $100 back in the day, it was like,
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
a
man.
lot.
I was like,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
like $20 each. Everybody just chipped in what we could. Took the drum set, and then what we did is for
Oh
for
man,
a
I wish
whole-
we still had that drum set.
and
Yeah.
then we lived together.
Yeah.
And in my house in Kali Valley, we had a little room like this.
They would like you can rent it all is like $250, so everybody was like $50 each.
Yeah.
And then we basically
We set everything up for the
the drum set was in the living room.
and then we would just practice almost every day because nobody had kids. Everybody was single.
Yeah.
Everybody was like 10 years old at that time.
I like how you guys divide everything by 5.
Yeah.
Easy
When you get it
number.
divided by 5, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
So we did that.
Farrington
We did that
education.
for about a year, living together and just learning songs. Like
Yeah.
I liked R&B, he liked like rock, like heavy metal, and then everybody did one song that they wanted,
Oh, nice.
and then we just built from there. And then by the end of the year, by New Year's, we had a gig that was coming up.
Oh,
Yeah.
sick. So you guys
What
like
was
built that
that?
first set list.
Our first set list, and that was our first payday too. That was so
Yeah,
great.
our first gig was we started summer of '94, and then our first gig was New Year's Eve '94.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
How did
And
you even get that?
It was a friend.
Friend, yeah,
friend, yeah.
It was like our old classmates' family house down
Okay, nice.
the bottom of Kali Valley. So we rented a house in Kali Valley.
Yeah. So
So it was right down the street. Yeah.
Yeah, so right down the street.
And we learned like 60 songs. And
Yeah,
Wow.
like just a bunch
Yeah,
of songs,
yeah.
man. It's like one after. I mean, we basically lived with each other. We like go to work, go to work and then go back after work, go home, either go surf or practice like every day. And then when we got to a point after the first gig, it was that time, and then it just kept ramping up. Birthday parties, weddings, I mean
Nice.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, back then there was a point where we were doing like 10 gigs a week.
Yeah.
Like we would chip in and buy equipment. And like, I mean, when we started practicing, we had one mic. Stand. We always had to.
yeah.
And it's like one of our microphones now is more expensive than everything we used to have back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
one mic now, one guitar is worth more now than our total equipment back then. Stuff.
Yeah.
And our gigs at the end, the ones that we would get paid for, we would take everybody at the party and we would just go eat.
We could like spend it as like CPB'S or like Hungry
Every
Lions.
night,
yeah,
Hungry
every-
Lions.
We
yeah.
blow the whole our
What you guys
first
want? Why don't you get one?
our first big paying gig was for Erickson, the other guitar player, company at the airport, and they paid us. I think it was like $250,
Yeah.
and to us it was
Biggest pay.
that was the
Oh,
big
I love
oh,
it.
Yeah.
$250. That's crazy.
We can eat a lot.
Yeah, and we just came from a Christmas party where everybody ate, and then after that all
It was
our
$250
friends.
for like 3 hours too.
And we had to bring our own equipment, which was like humongous.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
the
yeah,
speakers
yeah.
they
It's
have
not the
now.
same,
It's
yeah.
huge speakers with like with power amps and like racks, and like a lot of musicians who go back the same time as us. They remember all that stuff. Just when we got to a point where we could make some money, and we chipped in to buy a van just so we could haul our
Nice.
equipment. And I had my truck. And now you can do like a top of the line sound system, and it can all fit in like his Honda Element.
Yeah.
And it sounds like
Crazy.
way more incredible than it did back then. But it was a learning curve. It was paying your dues, and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
So we played from 95 to 99, 2000.
I mean,
and that's
straight.
when we got into into the studio after that.
Okay,
yeah,
nice.
because
That's
your
sick.
first album was what year was it?
99, 2000. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we released
99.
Islands in the Stream and Island Feeling dropped first, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
1999.
Yeah. What was that? Okay, so like that whole before the album, that was just like the building, like getting in the reps and like
Oh
building
man,
your fan base.
man, our reps was this club called Mangoes.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Where
you
was
like
that?
It was downtown, like off of 4th Street Mall.
Oh,
It was a
nice.
hole in the wall.
Right here then.
Yeah, it was a hole. Yeah, right down there. It was a hole in the wall. But I mean, we played Tuesday, Wednesday, and
Back to back.
Oh,
yeah.
back to back,
Yeah.
yeah.
back to back, and we used to.
And that's 3.5, 4 hour
Oh,
gigs.
yeah.
Oh, dang.
And you know and then the other place was Liquid Surf. Then was on University.
The old mooses, yeah.
Old
Oh,
Moose
okay,
turned
okay.
into Liquid Surf. Mainly a university crowd.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
And
But
then
Mang-
another one was CJ's Lounge.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
was
which
owned
was-
by
Bruno
Mars' mom, yeah.
Bruno Mars'
nice.
mom.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
we would do Liquid Surf down then.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'd book twice in the same night. So we would do one set there, run across the street.
Oh, dang.
Do another set
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
run across the practice. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy.
The thing is, like with those places, that's how we built our chops. That's how we
Yeah.
kind of gelled.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
we learned how to react, entertain, and how
Yeah,
to
yeah. Read the crowd
communicate
and-
with the
yeah.
crowd.
Right,
And,
yeah.
I mean, when we first started, at every single place, we played basically for the bar staff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And it
yeah.
seemed
Right,
like
yeah.
nobody was, who the hell is these
Oh, we're still
guys?
playing for the bar staff.
These guys suck. These guys are horrible.
Still doing the same thing.
Yeah, and then I mean, but then within a year, it's like Liquids. It was like the line was around the corner. They was like,
Wow.
oh, heard about these guys. Mangoes. I mean, Fiji used to come in all the time.
Yeah.
Fiji-
Crazy.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
how we know him from back then.
Yeah.
Our first album was recorded in a closet that. Some of Fiji's big songs was recorded.
Yeah, yeah.
We seen Fiji in the closet.
That's crazy.
You close the closet, it's dark, the mic and stuff like that. We was in that same
Wow.
closet. Like some of his big hit songs, I can't really remember which ones, but
Wow.
In
some
the
of his big,
closet.
we seen it. We were there from day one.
That's
so
awesome.
We go back with those guys for a long time. Good friends of all those guys.
That's like
But-
that is like a different kind of grind, different from how people would even imagine. Like now it's different because it's like social media and stuff. But like back then, you had to like really build your fan base like pretty much like one by one. As they
Right.
Oh
come.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
Oh, big time.
like how would you promote yourself back then?
You had
Just-
to. You just had to
Word 'em
always word them out, and you always had to be
you had to grind.
playing somewhere.
Somewhere,
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, we played Mangoes Tuesday, Wednesday, and it got to a point where that place was packed every night. I mean, like national artists would come in and we'd be like, what the heck was it? And then pretty much everybody who was in the scene who came up with us, 3 Plus, Honolulu, Kouka, Typical Hawaiians, all those guys came up with the natural vibes. All those guys would all find the places and we would all go check each other out. And
Oh,
then,
that's sick.
Yeah.
and then we'd be in this place, and now people post pictures of whoever took a picture and they saved it, and it's like of us at Mangoes, like what the hell were we wearing? But then you see the people who were there. It was like everybody was there.
Like,
Yeah.
what? That's him right there.
Yeah, that's like all the
Like,
boys, all the gang.
200 pounds lighter.
But I mean, we had to grind every night. I mean, we played.
We had to-
Basically, we had Monday off.
We had to
Yeah.
grind. We
Yeah.
had to grind every night, 3 hour gigs.
Tuesday,
I-
Wednesday,
I-
Thursday.
Yeah, Tuesday,
Fridays.
Wednesday, Thursday. We'd do Pure Bar,
Pure
and then it
Bar,
turned into Caponos,
Caponos, yeah.
and then Down Holes. Like, yeah,
Gordon
we were
Beers.
just 3 hour
Yeah.
sets. Get next 3 hour sets,
Putting in
and
those
our
reps,
rules,
yeah.
Yeah.
and our rules was we never play a song twice.
Yeah.
So
wow.
That's
Oh,
a
like
lot
in
of
the-
songs.
That's a
yeah,
lot
yeah,
of
that's a lot of
songs,
songs.
yeah.
A lot. And then back then on the weekends, we'd be like doing birthday parties in the morning, and then probably a wedding, and then the club.
Yeah.
Like a full day.
And
yeah.
most
Yeah.
and most of the time we'd bring all our own equipment, like our sound gear.
And that's when everybody was smoking in the places.
Oh
too.
yeah, yeah.
So-
The
Oh,
bars, you
yeah.
could still smoke in there, and it was like I would die now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
And we
it's
played
weird,
3
yeah.
hours straight.
Yeah.
Just you could take your shirt off and wring it out,
Yeah.
and sweat. And
And
there's
that's
no way I
like-
could do that now.
And that's like you guys actually had regular jobs too. Like you
yeah,
would work
yeah.
during the day
We worked during
Yeah.
the day
and then
then
gig at night.
yeah,
Yeah.
gig at night, and sometimes multiple.
Just go
gigs.
straight, sleep at the gig, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, or sleep at work.
Yeah.
Leave the gig we get there at 9, leave the place at 2,
Yeah,
straight to
that
work
is
and
it.
just freaking crash.
What kept you guys going?
That's
Oh, we
crazy.
just loved it. It was
Yeah.
passion. We just
And then the crowd was, I think, was different too. You know,
Yeah.
the
crowd had to earn it. That's why you had
Yeah.
to show
yeah,
up.
you had
Yeah,
to,
yeah, yeah.
It's the same with the musicians. You have to show up, and
Yeah.
the
And then
crowd had to show up. Now you can see your favorite artist in concert just on your phone.
Yeah, you had to show. If
Yeah.
you want to
Kinda takes
listen
away.
to music, nothing was streamed.
That's
or,
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
You have to like actually be there.
You had to be
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
there was a
had-
grind for the audience.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Be there.
Yeah, we had Flash on not too long ago, and he was talking about the club days, like around like this time, and there's no like smartphones, and he's like, when you go into clubs back then, like you don't see anybody on their phone, like
Yeah.
like
Everybody's
now-
locked in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody's
Locked in.
actually experiencing what's
Yes,
happening,
yes.
and not like
Yeah, we
looking down.
played a lot of the events that Flash guys were
Yeah.
part of, like Lin Lanai, Augie guys, all
Yeah.
those guys. All the
Yeah,
guys from back then.
Back in the day, yeah, everybody was locked in. Everybody was dancing. Everybody was singing
Yeah,
along.
yeah.
Now you see everybody's on their social media, kind of
Yeah, they're
doing
like somewhere
selfies,
else.
doing
Yeah,
live.
yeah,
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 No, it's cool.
or they're
though.
filming you.
Yeah.
On their
On
Yeah,
live.
yeah, like, oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And I'm
Now,
always like, when are you
I-
gonna
And then,
watch
like,
that again?
And then you watch that, like, oh man, I look terrible.
wrong angle.
Well, even like we always say, like when those days where we were partying, I was like, oh, thank God there was like no social
Right?
media.
Yeah, exactly.
But I get it now. Like, man, if nobody wants to like act crazy because then they don't want to be like filmed and
that's
so
what
then
it is
you're
too. Yeah.
very-
Even for us, like now we gotta watch what we say, what we do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, you gotta be really mindful. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how you act and how you treat people and
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta just totally be careful. Now.
Yeah, yeah,
Back
yeah.
in the day, it was like yeah.
Be
Especially we
yourself,
got
just
kids
be
and some of us
crazy. Yeah.
grandkids and
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
And
then-
back in the day, you had to learn the songs. You had to memorize because you had no iPad to refer
Yeah,
back
yeah,
to.
yeah.
You had
That's
no
crazy.
phone.
You guys
yeah,
have so many songs too.
yeah.
But
And
so
to
the
this
first,
to this day, we don't. Like, it's weird because I know so much songs.
this guy's like
It's
crazy amount
no
of songs.
iPad and no iPhone. I
How
always
do
tell
you
them.
remember the
I don't know. I
songs?
think that's
You know what's crazy? Is,
I
like,
think that's my curse. I think.
I forget like all the songs. Like if somebody would like tell me what's the lyrics to this song, I don't know. But as soon as he starts singing it, it's like, oh, there it is.
Really?
yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
just
like
like
muscle
stored
memory. It's
somewhere.
muscle memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like the guitar or whatever? It's kind of like.
And then had this nurse that came in,
going.
and then she was like, "How do you learn all these songs and remember all the words and the chords?" Like she's been watching through the night. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I told her, I don't know. I mean, it's just my. He said, "You know what? You're not gonna have dementia."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh,
Your
geez,
brain
thank
is
you."
working
Yeah.
overtime.
Right? She said,
Yeah.
yeah. She said she always comes out and watch. Said every time you do a set, there's different songs and. You know, I always tell these guys, audible. I'm yelling audible.
Yeah,
I'm making the
making a change.
yeah. So and then when we have people sit in, it's like, you guys have a song list? I thought no.
Yeah,
I thought why? I thought I'm calling audibles. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
We-
good,
we
'cause
have
you're,
an
like,
outline.
playing off the crowd.
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
When you locked into a set list, is like it almost feels like you working too, right? You know, what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
The next song.
Next
the
song,
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
song. Yeah. Yeah.
So usually I tell these guys the first 3 songs, and then
Then you guys
And
kinda
then
just
I'll-
feel it. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
at maybe the half of the last of the third song, I'm kind of thinking, okay, the next 2 songs while I'm playing, I was like, okay. And then I just
Yeah.
sing
Crazy.
these guys,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Or you're looking at somebody, or you can see the guys, the people say Mustang Sally. And it's like, no.
Oh, yeah, like, in my bedroom. I'm like, what?
God, that again? What? I don't understand English.
Islands in the stream.
What? We did it first.
Yeah, we played it already.
You want to eat ice cream? What? Islands in the stream.
I can't
The best is
do-
when they come like last and then they request all the songs that you already just played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show up earlier.
Yeah. I know. I mean, yeah, they come in like, oh, they never played that song yet. I was like, bro, they played it like the first few. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first song.
Should have
boo.
came. You should have came. I told you, it starts at 11. You
Right.
came early. Yeah.
Even with that now, you know, they call us, hey, you guys can do a show at our club. Yeah, what time? 11. Like, oh,
11 a.m. or p.m.
yeah, like, morning. And then and
We
get
take
that.
naps now.
Yeah, and then we get that text everybody, okay, 11. morning. Hello, no. But yeah, we get those
What do
late
you
ones,
mean?
man.
Yeah.
Those late
that's
ones.
rough.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
It's rough for us. It's
It-
guaranteed.
it's-
If you see it on our calendar, you gotta say, okay, that day is a nap day. Right there.
Yeah, the next
Nap
day is
day.
rest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
nap day, and then the next day
Yeah.
recovery
Calling in
too.
sick the
It's
next
rough,
day.
but then it turns out it's always fun.
It's
Yeah,
always fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
and
It's
then
a-
you look into the crowd, it's like, wow, the crowd hasn't changed.
Yeah, yeah,
It's same
And, it's,
people.
and then you realize that, whoa, that's like our kids.
Yeah, you're like, oh my god, my
Yeah, but I
daughter
feel
is
the- I still
my
feel the
daughter is
same.
the same age.
Yes.
Is that trippy to see like that next generation singing the songs?
Yeah,
Singing
we-
along to the songs?
We're so shocked that we would do like Moanis like that, and then we like 11:30,
Yeah.
and then the
That's
first song we play, and then the whole set, they sing it every song, and the song is like super like, how the hell these kids know?
Some of the songs
How
are
do they
older
know
than
these
them.
songs? Like, yeah, it's so weird. It's like, but they know the songs. But I guess it worked.
yeah.
30 years after, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of in my bedroom, like, you know, that we get requested. We've had people who said, you know, they made babies to that song.
Yeah. Oh, this is my daughter. That was made to your
Yeah. And then we played that baby's first birthday.
Yeah.
And then we played that baby's graduation.
Wedding.
And then we played that baby's wedding. And then we
No.
played that baby's first baby's
E party, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's
part
where
of
we-
like their lives.
Yeah.
That's where we
pretty
at
much.
now.
This last one,
And it's not even like one-offs. It's like happening all the time. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
it's
almost
crazy.
this
every
last one
month.
that we just
Yeah.
did on Saturday.
Yeah.
We actually
Like,
did
oh, you
his.
played the baby's first birthday.
Yeah, he played my
Wow.
baby's first birthday, and then we did the graduation, and then the wedding. I was like,
Yeah, that's
what?
crazy.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
like we
Crazy.
talk about this like with other musicians too, and it's like, you know, songs are really like soundtracks of your lives, right? Like you have a song for a part of your life, and like,
Yeah.
it sticks with you, and like
Right.
Yeah.
whenever you hear it, you think of whatever's happening at that moment or that
Yeah.
time,
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
and so like, all of
Absolutely.
these songs are so iconic and
Yeah.
definitely brings you back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Brings
so
me-
and then now the parents of those kids who became parents, like they're nostalgic and they want it. Like,
Their
oh, this is
yeah.
the sound of my
Yeah,
childhood.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
play it for my kid, and then it's like a cycle.
Yeah, it is. It is like, oh, you gotta listen to our music back in the day. Same thing like when my parents are like, what are you listening to? Listen to this.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
Billy Joel and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that kind of, and then still to this day, it's like super iconic. Yeah, you hear that like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it brings you back.
yeah,
So-
it does.
So that's why we actually in the works we plan on redoing a lot of the a select few of the like the either the classics or like a lot of the originals because
Yeah.
you know older, wiser, better musicians hopefully, but we wanna leave the legacy of the music of the way it either was meant to be recorded at the beginning or how it evolved into over time.
What it is now, yeah.
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 So like a lot of the songs we play is don't absolutely don't
totally
sound,
different live now,
Don't
yeah.
sound like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
don't sound like the CD at all.
What are some of those songs?
I mean, like Island Feeling was the first
Yeah.
song original that we released that totally revamped, you know, and like matured over the years. I mean, we played it with horns and like you know live horns,
Yeah.
live
Oh,
strings
cool.
even,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
stuff. In my bedroom, like that. In my bedroom was the first song we ever wrote together at a rehearsal studio, and you know, at the time, I mean, like, yeah, people are gonna make babies to this. No way we would think that. It was like almost a joke. Like that we were writing.
Yeah,
it
it
was like
it
just
turned out to be
fun.
something like it was just something silly that
Yeah.
was just kind of going
Yeah.
through like, it's just so silly.
Yeah, it was just like a
And
joke.
now we always get that. Can you
And
play? I was
everybody
like,
requests.
what?
Yeah, so yeah,
Because
we-
that like you said it brings you back at like where you was like every time I play that song I can remember in rehearsal
I
studios.
can
like,
remember the
I
studio
was
where
like,
we wrote it. Yeah,
"Bruh, this song wasn't meant to be a
And you
hit
guys,
or yeah, you
And
know what I
you're
mean?
just writing it for fun, right?
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, even Islands in the Stream. Well, it wasn't supposed to be on the album. You
Yeah.
know, it was kind of one of those like we fought
Like-
with our producer at the time, and it was like,
What?
No,
This
that's
song?
not that
Yeah.
song. This and that. He's like, no, I can hear it, and you know that's why
That worked a lot.
That's
And
why
then-
you have a producer.
Yeah,
that-
yeah.
And then we had Roby was gonna do that. She was supposed to be the original singer on that, but she said it was too low for her. So we
Yeah.
had Jen of Canalo,
Yeah, Jen Wright
Jen Wright, yeah, and then she came in and then, she just smashed it on that.
Yeah.
smashed it, and now it's just iconic. Like you know, the next generation of like generations of
Yeah.
people sing it
Yeah.
the way she sang it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's I always laugh because I was like, wow, it's iconic. People know how she
Yeah.
sang it.
Yeah.
And
Even
then
though the
the-
original was not.
yeah.
They're like,
Not
wait,
even
that,
close
that
to that.
wasn't, that's not the
Yeah,
original?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get like, did you hear the original of Islands in the Stream? It's so weird. It's
Yeah.
like
All that stuff.
it's jacked. I was like, why? It's like Kenny Rogers all up. I was like, no, it's weird. I can't even because they would go
When
into
you hear that version,
Yeah.
and then when you hear the original one, it's like, wait.
yeah,
It's
and they
not-
would go.
Yeah.
You would see them in like a karaoke bar. They put in that Islands in the Stream. They're thinking that that's the 10 feet one.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it's like, wait.
Even the,
What is this?
the arrangement. Even that to have it on karaoke, that was like,
Yeah.
what?
Even for our songs to be on karaoke, like, huh?
Yeah, it's so weird because it was like,
I gotta walk out of the room.
yeah, it was like, I'm pretty sure it was like, you know,
hey,
yeah,
guys, sing this song.
yeah, yeah. It was like you hear it in a karaoke or like on the radio even still, and it's kind of like, I'm pretty sure I wrote that part sitting on the toilet. I'm pretty sure most of the guitar parts are written on the toilet.
The best things,
Best things
come.
have it.
Yeah.
On the
Best,
throne.
best, yeah.
So I'm sure you guys have so many of these, but I always like to like ask our like musicians that come on, like what's been like a concert or like a show that you've done that really sticks out for whatever
Oh
reason,
my God, there's
Go.
way too many. Wow, I mean,
or share some of them.
For me, geez, this was like when we first started. I think it was
first
2000.
one, first Waikiki shell.
No, Waikiki. Waikiki Shell. That's
First
that was
Waikiki
a-
Shell was actually turned out to be Izzy's last concert.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we
It
opened up
was
for
called
Iz.
Jam and Hawaiians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what year was this?
That was when he recorded it live.
1800s.
1838.
I mean, you know,
Even when you say 19, like
yeah,
when you get to 19,
1900s.
what? 19? 1995. What?
I know. I just learned the other day that there's a Gen Alpha now, 2010 and after.
Right? It's crazy, huh?
Gen
I don't
Alpha?
even,
Yeah.
I don't even know what that was.
Yeah.
What,
But anyways, sorry. Yeah, so
No,
what,
I got
No,
that.
yeah.
what year was that?
That
I couldn't
was
tell you.
before the album. I know.
Yeah, it
Okay,
was
so
before
like
the
90
album.
something
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, it was 90s. Yeah. We just keep it at.
Yeah.
Hey, 90s are in right
'Cause
now.
I think that like the singles were on the radio already
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
time, but we hadn't released the album. Like when we first saw the album, we had just come off the plane someplace and we went to Pipeline Cafe to play this gig like right on the stage.
And that's another story.
Oh, that's a total other story. But and then the album was like put in front of us while we were trying to sound check. It was like, what is that? It's like, that's your album. It was like, what?
we
Just came off the road. We didn't.
Yeah, the
we
first
didn't- we
the
did
first
not
album.
process that still.
The first album was a real big challenge, but yeah, that the Iz concert.
Yeah.
So we did that. They said you guys can open up for Iz, and then we would do radio interviews. And like,
Hold on, just give me
That's
chicken
crazy,
skin.
yeah.
That's
Who are you guys?
crazy.
Who are you guys?
It
It's
was,
like-
it was crazy. Like, man, we're so nervous. Like I remember not sleeping. I remember throwing up the night
Yeah.
before.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
and
huge
then we
deal.
walked out at 4:30. The sun was blazing, and guess what we was wearing? All black.
Oh,
And then
That's what I remember too.
Yeah.
The sun's just blasting the stage.
Yeah.
and then we had already known Billy V from the clubs, from the, all the people that we used to go watch, and he would always be in the like Monterey's and all the
Yeah.
places that we used to go watch music. So we became friends with Billy, and he was the MC introducing us, and he was like, and ladies and gentlemen, give it up for 10 feet. And we're standing in the sun with black shirts, right?
sweating.
And then everybody's like, who the hell are these guys? And then like maybe like 12 of our family, and that's it.
just the family.
That's it,
Yeah.
right?
And the staff.
That's it. And then our original bass player Jojo, he goes to play his bass, and it's what's called an active bass, so it has a battery in it, and the battery's dead.
Battery
oh
died.
no.
So he's like, I don't got anything. And then we're like, and so I'm like drenched, like,
Drenched, nervous, and I'm like, oh my
and
gosh.
then Billy V's looking at us like, and so I go on the mic. So I go on the mic. I was like, yeah, I'd like to thank the people who made our black shirts. And it was like these black shirts with 10 feet, and it was like 10 feet this small.
That's all we could afford.
That's all we could afford.
It was like stenciled in,
Yeah.
Spread that.
Oh, you guys
so
can barely see
classic.
them.
Oh man, and we like drenched, and we were like, oh, we got 5 songs, and now we only got 4 because we gotta change battery.
We couldn't afford making sure we bought the black shirts.
Oh my gosh.
And then cutout
Iron on.
stencils,
Yeah.
and then
Didn't,
For real?
yeah, didn't realize that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock at Waikiki Shell. It's hot.
yeah.
but we've
never
been
played there before.
We've been there. The first
Yeah,
opening act. Yeah.
You know, people was like,
my
"Oh, 10 feet.
gosh.
You guys play it at night a lot." I was like, "Bruh, you know how many dues we paid? You know how many times we sweat."
But yeah, that was super iconic for us.
I mean, it was crazy because at the end it was Hawaii Aloha, everybody, all the
Yeah.
parties go back.
Yeah.
And I remember standing next to Iz and like shaking his hand and singing Hawaii Aloha and looking out and just sold out Waikiki Shell.
Wow.
And I'm thinking to myself, how the heck did we get here?
Yeah.
Right.
Five
like
guys
the
from
moment,
Kalihi
yeah.
and just like, wow, this is crazy.
from the garage to this to the ocean to this, like, yeah,
and
that was
and,
crazy.
and you know, from 94 to maybe, I don't know, 99 or something like that. And we were already there. And then the album dropped. And then the following year we won a Hoku, and then it went crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just
That was
on
the
the road
launch.
like
And then we was at Tower Records and
Tower Records.
and then
yep.
and
Borders.
ironically enough, we when the album released, we broke Izzy's records.
yeah.
for real?
So it's number
Wow.
4 on the world charts.
3
yeah.
Billboard stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which I you know, I went to Tower Records, I bought the Billboard magazine, I opened the thing up, like there we are.
And that was
And then I put the
way.
Billboard magazine in the Tower Records thing, and I still have it.
and that was the,
For real.
that was the days that no social media, not even MySpace was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So you
Exactly.
really
we didn't
had
even have
to,
cell phone, or maybe
Yeah.
you really had to
Those
really
giant
junk,
kind.
really
Yeah.
junk cell phones.
you really had to
Net.
promote the
Yeah.
music, you know, like go to Borders, do a set there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just had
we
to
did
just
that,
do
yeah.
wherever it was where
Tower
they was
Records.
selling the
Yeah.
the albums.
Yeah, you'd
go
I knew
there,
where to
yeah.
get hard copies, so we would go like Sam's Club, do a show in there.
Yeah.
Costco.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Sam's Club.
Sam's Club,
Yeah.
yeah, play
Yeah.
right by the jeans.
Yeah. On pallets.
Right in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, on pallets.
The stage was like, whoa, sketch.
Let's bring that back.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Costco concert.
Yeah, dude, just blasting in there.
That's
And then we'd
crazy.
be like, jeans for sale, right in front of
for
us.
sale.
And then our album go, and by the way, grab our album.
Pizza's ready.
Yeah. Grab some food samples. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't
But
know
yeah, right,
Yeah,
right
it was
before
crazy.
social media. So yeah,
Borders,
we
we
had
used to
to
play
do
Borders.
and you had hard copies back then. So
Yeah.
every show you would just sell your
Bring
hard
a bunch.
copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
No, it's like everything is on social media.
Those were the
Yeah.
days. Well, people had to go to Tower Records, stand in line
To
when
get
there was
the
like
whole-
a
yeah,
big
right,
release.
right, yeah.
it's the whole experience.
Yeah.
And then you guys would go sign.
Yeah, it
and
would be
stuff.
there like
Yeah, we did all that stuff, radio.
And then we did one in Borders, and then I think that's the reason why we don't drink Starbucks. Because somebody bought a Starbucks and we got so wired, was like the whole band like, what the hell is in this thing? We couldn't sleep. I was
got
asking.
routine.
Every song was a fast song. But this was a ballad. Not today.
It's fun. It's been a journey though. We've been
man.
blessed.
It's
lot of good memories, I can tell.
Yeah.
Oh, this is way too many.
I
to
think for
mention.
us for us to be together this long, the same guys is we're friends before we were a band too, right?
Yeah.
So you know, we leave the ego out, and then I think it's a lot to do with the ocean too. That we're always in the ocean, we're always in the water, we're always still connected to earth, to the land, to you know just everything.
Yeah.
Brings you back down.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
our reset button.
Yeah.
We get on crazy run of maybe 3, 4, 5 gigs a week. Just jump in the water, just get reset again.
That's such a special thing. Like, not many people can say that they've been through all those experiences together. So when you like are talking about that concert with Brother Is, like you guys have been together. You guys experienced that together.
Yeah, to this day,
and
yeah.
to this
Yeah.
day,
Yeah,
you can like
yeah.
look back on it and be like, what a moment that was.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of like we're brothers.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
brothers.
Yeah, of course,
There was
yeah.
a lot of like, I hate you, I love you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
This-
you know, we
That's
went
life,
through
though,
every,
yeah.
we
But
went
it's like
through,
how you get past it, you know?
we went through everything.
Just like a
You
marriage,
name it-
pretty much a marriage.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You name it, we went through it. Like
You guys
know
are in
when-
a 30-year relationship with 5 guys.
I mean, 30 years in the band. we were friends
30
before
yeah,
that.
exactly,
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
exactly. Yep.
5 guys, relationship, we don't discriminate.
No, But fortunately, now it's just nothing but love and gratitude.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
It's
You guys
fun.
been through it all.
Yeah, it's fun again. It's
Yeah.
like
That's the other thing. It's
in the
fun,
beginning
though.
was fun, and then towards the middle felt like work.
It turned into business.
And then
Yeah.
now again that we older,
Yeah.
like way older, like
Like
32,
way,
33
way-
years old.
33, yeah.
it's fun again. Yeah, it's like you guys want to do this? Nah, we good.
Yeah.
Like before, I was like, okay,
Oh, we have to.
we
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
No.
back then we had management, producer,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that stuff.
No, we
It
super
was
selective.
Like, you have to be here. And then at the beginning, it was cool. It was like, yeah, we get to travel, make all this money, do whatever, free everything. and
Yeah.
The excesses, we
Yeah.
went through all the excesses and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And then you get families and stuff. And then it's like,
Priorities change, right?
yeah, and then
Yeah.
after a while, even all that party stuff, and after a while, I just want to go to the room and go sleep.
Yeah.
Now, when we go on the road, we all look forward to how's the bed. Like we eat,
comfortable
we
one.
eat, and we go sleep. It's like
We
what time's the gig? I don't know. But give one more hour.
We did one in Maui at Owlboy's place. What's up, Owlboy?
up, Owlboy?
Guava Tree, and then we did a two-day one, 2-night one.
Yeah.
And then we would get up. We wouldn't even party that week, yeah. But we went to the lavender farm.
The lavender.
That kind of stuff now that we do.
Wholesome.
Before the gig.
Yeah.
We do that kind of stuff
We ate
now.
lavender
Yeah.
stuff.
Lavender
And then at the
stoves,
gig,
yeah.
we're like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
So now we travel. We go to if we go to the mainland, like we do that kind of stuff like during the day, like
Like
let's-
Experience,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different
yeah.
now. It's like before, like, oh, hurry up, let's get this gig over. Let's go to the nightclub or whatever, you know.
yeah.
Now it's like, oh, what are we doing tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, Trader Joe's shoots.
Oh, Trader Joe's. Yeah,
Wake
yeah,
me up, wake me up.
Yeah, I mean, it went from like fun into like partying, all that stuff, and then it turned into like, this is getting old because people don't realize how much you sacrifice, how much
Yeah.
Yeah.
you miss all the birthdays.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Holidays.
New Year's, Christmases. You
That's
miss-
right. Yeah, you
miss
guys are playing
all
for
that
all
stuff.
of those New
Yeah,
Year's
and,
Eve.
and then every weekend. So every weekend
Yeah,
got family
nights
events
and
too. Yeah,
weekends.
yeah. So we
Yeah, we're nights and weekends, and if you got a job, then when do you see your family?
Yeah.
sometimes it hurts when you see, like you say you go the weekend, you get like Friday, Saturday, Sunday gigs, and then you had a family party and like, oh man,
Can't go.
everybody was there.
Missed it.
What?
yeah.
Missed out.
Yeah, and then you book out like a year, 6 months, not knowing that.
That would be like a big, like someone's wedding or
yeah,
something.
So yeah, like
yeah.
and then you miss it.
I think a lot of people don't see that side of it, especially now with social media, right? Everybody sees like
Like
the
you're having
wins,
fun,
you're doing all this
yeah.
cool stuff, but you don't realize, like you said, all the sacrifices.
and you don't. Yeah, they don't
The-
realize that that what we do as musicians on stage, I would say that's only maybe like 5 or 10%
On stage,
Exactly,
that's 5%.
yes.
That's 5%.
Yeah.
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 That's the best 5%.
That's the
Yeah,
fun
yeah, yeah.
part.
That's the
Yeah.
5% that we
It
all
looks-
come
it
back
look-
to
yeah.
for. That's
It looks
that's our
super
drug
fun
right there.
to do that half an hour set
Yeah.
that's everybody's raging and partying,
Yeah.
but that's 5% of what we put into the music at the
Right.
end and to get to that
Yep, to get to that
5%. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you at home rehearsing, trying to learn and
I mean,
calling
just
everybody up to
Scheduling.
scheduling. Everybody
Yeah.
got different lives,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Yeah, trying to get everybody together just to rehearse.
but that
nowadays.
5% is
That's what we go
That's
back
why
for.
we go back
you get
for
that
it,
5%. That's the drug, right?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
That-
you guys are chasing, huh?
yeah.
all the time. That's the thing. That's the thing.
You're chasing 5% out of the 90% that you give into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of
Crazy,
it is.
huh?
That's
most Of it is,
relatable.
yeah,
Yeah.
Most of it is crap.
Yeah.
A lot of it
Yeah,
is
you got
crap.
to do it. Yeah,
It's like hard work. I mean,
It's
like
hard work.
Yeah.
For me to sing like every week, I think the most stressing part for me is to stay healthy.
Yep.
My
Yeah, you gotta
vocally,
keep your vocals.
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
it's rough, man. I could imagine back in the day like 3-hour sets. Now I'm like, how long? 45 minutes. What? I gotta look. I got two tomorrow.
Yeah.
Two
Yeah,
the
yeah.
next day. So I gotta kind of like.
Yeah.
But at the end of the week is that okay? Let's go shots. Go.
Yeah.
Like it's always that like.
yeah.
I'm always holding off. Like, okay, it's hard because you want to give your all from the
Yeah.
get go, but by the end of the week, like, you're just
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, back we used to be able to smoke, drink, do whatever, party,
Yeah.
and go on and
And do
And-
like a bunch of gigs in one night.
Yeah.
just kick. But now it's like gotta do yoga, breathing exercises, and
your
doing like
matcha.
vocal exercises on the way to the
Supplements.
gig. We drinking all this like herbal stuff,
Taking all kinds of
breath
supplements.
exercises,
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we're like I get breath supplements right there.
Collagen. Sounds like
Yeah.
collagen.
Everything.
Yeah.
Just to maintain
Crazy stuff that I can't even spell. Liposomal glutathione. Crazy stuff that you just gotta,
You gotta take
you gotta take them, man.
But that's because we love it. You still, you know,
Yeah.
when we want to stay, we leave it. We leave everything. Man.
And you
you,
want-
you just gotta, and
And you never know who you
Oh.
touch too, yeah. At the show,
Totally.
yeah.
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 So you know, 100, 1,000 people, like
Yeah.
you just need that one person
Yeah.
that you can get locked into that is in that zone, man. It's like yeah, that's my drug. Like I could be playing and I can pick one person out of the
Yeah.
hundreds of people. Like oh, that's the one that's locked in right there.
Yeah.
It's that's the high right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes the business can get to you. I mean, the business got to us. We learned the business the hard way. I mean, we could teach the business.
You
now.
probably could. Yeah.
We-
You
I mean,
totally
inside and out, we could
to
teach
like
it.
a younger musician
The business
coming up.
side,
Yeah.
I mean, the actual money side, we could teach the publishing. We could teach all that stuff.
Especially
But
for the younger generation.
that's
Yeah.
you gotta. I would tell them they would have to learn learn to starve if you really want it. Right? Learn to and love it.
Penny
Yeah.
Dean put it a good way. I listened to one of his
Yeah.
podcasts. I think he said 10 years. It'll take you 10 years to get at least, you know,
It's about right.
yeah, about right, yeah, 10 years.
Well, the time thing is one thing, but it's more like how quick can you mature,
Right.
and realize, and how bad do you want it? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how much you willing to sacrifice,
Yeah.
without like selling too much of your soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because-
Keep your circle tight and just you gotta watch who you hang with too. Yeah, a lot of times.
Oh, totally.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I bet.
Because we see so much, and then like for us, like after the shows, like if we go to the mainland and whatnot, and then we go to like they invite us to the house parties and whatnot, and we would all go hang out, and then if one of us sees something that doesn't like like oh it's not us, it's like okay, grab all the boys, we out.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't make it like where we're like, screw this place. We'd be,
Yeah.
we tired, jet lag. But
Yeah.
it's just sometimes we see some things that that's
Just doesn't align, right?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
a line like oh, that's not our style.
Or that's gonna
yeah.
be a regret in the morning. Or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a regret. Always I swear to God, I'm not drinking anymore.
Yeah.
I promise. Never again.
Just give me another.
Liquid IV. Maybe we need some liquid IV sponsorship.
Yeah. Seriously.
Some
Never mind the alcohol sponsorship.
Yeah.
Geritol. But yeah, the business side, man, sometimes it can get to you, but then, then out of the blues, you get somebody like Josiah said, come out, oh man, your music saved my life. And it's like, what? That's,
Is there one like particular or like one that you can think of or
We have almost every.
all the time?
Almost
I'm sure.
every-
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
almost
sure-
every
yeah.
could get
Yeah,
get this
crazy.
like hardcore guy would come up to us. Like,
oh my
big-
God, yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to play NFL
played the
or college.
Yeah.
And that would be my come out song. I would be having it on my head. Like, what song? Like when rich guys like, and this guy's like massive, like 6. Dude, he said, yeah, everybody would be rocking their like rap and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah.
He would be like, I would have that on. That would be my fight song. Like, what?
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be my fight song.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah.
Dude went to like mainland college football, big dude.
Yeah.
And he was missing home. And he said, "Yeah, I would play that and be like bawling in the
Oh.
locker room and be like psyching myself out." And everybody would be like, "What the heck is it?" But nobody would like. And he's like, "Nobody touched the radio." And Winter's guys would be playing. And then
Aw,
and then he
cute.
said, "Yeah, but you know how many like." White guys and Popolos know you guys' music now because of me in the mainland. Because I made them sing everything. And we over there like, what? They're like, yeah, bro, you guys' music will get me through college. And like, thank you guys.
And we
It was,
wouldn't know
like,
if he
such
was
a
like
trip.
screwing with us.
Yeah,
we
because
was
he's
gonna say,
huge,
yeah.
dude. I'm like, what? He was
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
right on.
like NFL guy. I'm like, what?
That's awesome.
It's fun, and then we got some guys like out of rehab and out of jail and whatnot, prison. Yeah, they would say, you know what, this got us through. Now I'm doing good. I have a house, and like, wow, just to hear that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Awesome. That's
one
amazing.
one time we had a gig. I don't even know if it was Pure Bar or Caponos, but I was having a crappy day, like really crappy day, and it was like, oh man, we got to do this gig. I was like bad moods, like I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Like I just want to stay home, sleep, and like like pity party for
Yeah.
myself,
Yeah.
right? I get to Pure Bar, and then Erickson like comes out to Drez, you gotta meet this guy, and I'm like, I'm already like, no, I don't talk to anybody.
I don't wanna be
Let's just
here.
get through this damn gig and like
Yeah.
let's do this. He goes, no, you gotta meet him, man. And then the guy comes up, he goes, I just wanted to tell you, man, like so many years ago, I was having bad time in my life. I was gonna get divorced. I was gonna lose my job. I was gonna commit suicide, and I was like in my garage, and then your song came on the radio, and I heard the music, and then he goes, oh, so I just wanted to tell you, like, it saved my life. So I just want you, like,
Oh my
I'm the,
gosh.
yeah, like
Yeah,
heavy
crazy,
stuff, like I'm over there, like, oh, I had a really bad day. Like, this guy is like telling me this crazy, like, and he goes, yeah, I was gonna get divorced. I was gonna lose my job, but now I'm the supervisor of my job.
Wow.
And then he goes, and I want you to meet my beautiful wife. And I was like,
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
Wow,
I was like,
that's
oh.
crazy.
And then,
yeah,
you
you
know,
never know.
and then we had one of the best gigs that night.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
you never know who you
you
touch.
just
Yeah.
never.
Yeah. Wow.
That's why we, like us musicians and people who do stuff like artists. So you in your own bubble, you in your own world, and you don't know what's happening with other how
Everybody
you
else,
affect
yeah.
people, especially our time, because no social media and stuff and all that. Limited amount of how to get the music or your art out there, but it's out there. Once it's out there, and then now even more
It's
so.
gonna spread, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So how is it now in like this part of your career? Like
What's
like,
this era that
Yeah,
you
what's
guys
the
are
era,
in right
yeah.
now?
It's just gratitude.
Now is I think it's more relaxed for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun again. That's why. Yeah,
Fun again.
It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to go through a lot too.
I mean, nobody can tell us that. I mean, we still sound like crap, but we have fun with it. And then
Yeah.
nobody can tell us like, oh, these guys didn't work hard for what they do. And
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys put
And
in
then
the work.
and then a lot of times they ask, what are you guys still doing like little hole in the wall pubs, bars, we're not touring. He said, we done all that, Now it's
Yeah,
time
yeah.
to just give back to everybody.
Uh-huh.
Like we might not be making like the money that we could, but a lot of times it's not about for us now in our where we're at is more about giving back. And I think it's a self-awareness too. Like a lot of people like to come out, they don't like go to a concert where there's like 10,000 people.
Yeah.
They want to get more locked in, more connected with the group too. And
Yeah.
then they want to go out,
Totally. Yeah.
yeah, they want to go on and at the end of the set go and talk to you and
Yeah.
Yeah.
versus you at the show or whatever, and then everybody just bells,
And goes home.
Most
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
time, we get that a lot. It's like, hey, you guys the only guys that always hang out at the end. Yes, yeah, because if you guys buying us drinks, we're gonna stay all night. Anyway, no.
Old fashioned, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to know.
But
yeah, we went to your place.
yeah. So I mean, we like to. For me, after we're done, we like to go out and walk around and
Yeah.
just tell everybody
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah,
That's you
Yeah.
guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
I think
you guys.
that's the reason why.
Kind of always been us.
always
Yeah.
been us. Yeah, we super friendly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just want to be held.
We
but
never-
anyway.
Just want to be held.
We never really like. I mean, still.
Yeah, it's like to cuddle.
I mean, we some of the fortunate few bands that could say we sold out the shell.
Yeah.
We our second CD release, we sold the shell out.
We sell out the show, and we still
we-
to this day pay for the staff.
Yeah, but yeah, and we never really wanted to hang backstage. We wanted to hang with the people. All the
Yeah.
time. It was always more fun with the people.
Yeah.
Backstage is it's cool. Is like our comrades, our
Peers
our
and all
peers
that.
and
Yeah.
stuff. Which we hold that really dear to our hearts. Like the people that
Yeah.
were still around when we see us, like because they went through the trenches, same stuff as us, and all
But like you were saying, like for the audience too, like it was a grind to
a
go.
grind
just
for
to
them,
go, right?
so-
Just to go,
Yeah.
yeah. Even
So
that.
for us, since we seen that, not every show we go out, like I would go at least if I can. If we're doing a bar, I would go to every table and say, "Hey, thank you guys
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
for coming out." Just because we remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
And they will remember that.
yeah,
for
they
sure.
do. Yeah.
I remember like the first time I met these guys was like long time ago.
Seattle.
But
When
then
you were
Seattle.
Really young too. Then.
But yeah,
House
basically
party.
a teenager. Yeah.
House party.
Yeah, no, we went to the
With-
concert
with the-
and then
with the
afterwards
Kanakas.
with the Seattle crew.
Yeah.
And then you guys party with us after. It was so fun.
Miss those guys.
Yeah, no, that's why. And then if you guys ever went back to Seattle, I guarantee all those guys
Soon.
will
Yeah,
come
every
out
year.
and
Pretty soon.
yeah, it's like you build all these communities all over the place that you go, and like you make these connections and
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
like-
what it is. Yeah,
yeah.
it's just like
Because like you
That's
said,
fine.
the playing on stage is just 5%.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
the rest of the time,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I don't miss the travel. I don't miss the airports, the hotels, none of that. But I miss the camaraderie with
Yeah.
the
And the-
fellow bands.
yeah.
The people that you meet all along the way. That's
that's-
the
that's-
most important.
that's the best part. Right
That's
there.
the stuff that you cherish the most. That's the things that we still want to do. You know.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 And we have a lot more music to give, so that's still in there. We gotta let it out before our time is up.
Yeah.
You know.
we kind of at this point, for at least for me and him, we're it's like, yeah, this is what we was meant to be. Right
Yeah.
here. This is us.
And they're like, stop fighting it.
Yeah,
already."
stop fighting the movement. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
no, I
Stop
gotta get a
doing
regular
already.
job.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Do this. It's like this is what we are. You know,
Yeah.
music.
So what are you guys
That's it.
excited for coming up?
You
What are
guys
some
have a
things?
new
Yeah.
song,
You guys
a
have
new music
song?
video.
Yeah. Tell us about
Yeah.
that and how that came about.
Whoa,
Wait,
with Shar.
Shar,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Shar, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we was doing the Salt Kakako gig, and we saw on the promo
On the
page
bill that she was
yeah.
opening up for us.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
nice.
I was
we
like-
just kind of like DM'd her and just like, hey, see you playing before us, you should come and sing
The girl part. at
and
least,
it's in the stream
Oh,
with
yeah.
us.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
And then it was like, and we had to kind of sell her because it was like, oh, we used to play with your dad and your uncle. Guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like your dad, your uncle. Hey, we're not just creepy weird old men, bro. We know your father. Yeah, we know your uncle, bro. We good friends. You know.
We know your mom.
Yeah, we know your mom.
yeah,
like
yeah,
like
yeah.
this, and you know, we're not like creeping or anything. But then she tells the story. It's like when I got the DM, I was like, she DM'd us back. Oh yeah, okay, cool. But then she was like, little do you guys know, I was like screaming, fangirling, screaming because I used to sing that song all the time when I was like a elementary. Is like, oh, take it easy, elementary.
Take it easy.
Elementary.
You don't need to say any time.
Bro, just say you used to sing. Yeah, thank you.
And then,
Jeez, rub
she
it in.
came up without no rehearsal, and then she smashed it.
Oh, sick.
Smashed. And then
then-
we're like, oh, we gotta do more stuff.
Yeah.
So we started taking her with like on the bigger shows. Hey, can you
Oh,
come up
nice.
sing a girl
Yeah.
part, and then we learn one of her songs, so that way
Yeah.
she can do a Hanaho or
Yeah,
just
yeah.
not just for one song. And then
awesome.
Kind of, I mean, the same with Gen guys. Like when Gen guys came up first, like we would because she sang on the song. It was like, you have a band Kanalo, let's go on the road
Yeah,
with
yeah,
us.
yeah.
Like Kanalo, and then BET did Island Feeling with us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So but they didn't have a band at the time, so we learned like 8 of their songs, and we took them on the road with us.
Yeah,
so we
so
were
that's it.
actually
Yeah, yeah.
one of BET's first bands.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then we toured all over with
toured with
Kanalo
them,
and
yeah.
BET, and it was awesome because
It's
Yeah.
fun. That's like
It was-
just hanging out. You're just
right,
hanging
right.
out.
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
our set was like 2 hours, but it was like, this is 2 hours of fun for
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
And
Jamming
we was doing like
everyone's
BET
songs, yeah.
stuff, and you know, and then when we got back, then we actually recommended all some of the first band mates of that BET got. You know,
Nice.
Oh, nice.
It was like, oh, you should pick up these guys. These are good musicians, and then they became like a better band than us. We're like, oh man, they're good.
Take those back.
yeah.
That's pretty much how we got Shar, and then
Yeah, but it
From
is
there-
it's what is how does it say Kako thing?
yeah,
It's a call code.
Yeah,
thing.
Kako thing.
Exactly.
and she would kill it every time. we
Kill
went.
it, man.
And it was one really nice break for me to not sing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta break
Just
it
for a
up.
little
yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Two songs,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
with
yeah.
one song, I
Yeah.
can at least
You can
breathe,
drink water.
Yeah, drink water.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But
Think of the
and,
next.
And this guy sings in the same key 30 years later,
Wow.
Which
Okay.
It's
which
collagen.
is really, which is horrible
That's
for,
what's so
like
which is
whatever.
horrible for me who has to sing above him
Yeah.
because my voice
Bring
is
it down.
nearly as strong as this guy, but that's why I gotta do yoga.
Breathing exercises.
And then you
All
see,
that stuff.
while I was singing, I can hear him singing the harmony part. I'm over there like in my kind of laughing like, oh wow.
I'm like this far off of the screaming like, oh, veins popping out. I feel like my eyeballs coming out of my socket.
I hear him screaming. Holy smoke. And I can just hear him coming out of the monitor. Like,
Yeah.
well, I try to hold my composure because I like laugh.
10 Feet's famous saying is, when in doubt, pull out.
Yeah, but not for dress.
No, take it easy.
But and then she said that, she had a song for us. She actually wanted to give the song to us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But it was like, she's been pulling a lot of weight too, like trying to get into the scene. She's been playing for a long time, but
Yeah. Shara, unfortunately, she's at the age where she's like right before Anuhea guys and Kimie guys and all. So at the time, and like she's like, smashed in between that time segment where radio was just not going to play her. She's just not going to get it.
Yeah.
And then right when like Anuhea guys broke everything and Kimie guys and then now everybody's like, who's the next?
Yeah.
But she was a little bit before them.
Yeah.
So she slays.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
a performer. Her vocals are incredible. I mean, her mom and dad are singers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like really talented singers. So I mean, Apple.
This translates.
Yeah. And she's got everything.
Yeah.
But she's always been like behind the 8 ball because it was unfortunately put in a time where the radio wasn't going to play you. Sorry, and she had to struggle, and not all her music is just reggae or island, island reggae or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason why she clicked with us well, because we're not island reggae either.
We've never been.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Just-
we out of the box.
We can play stuff.
Yeah.
We
But
can do-
we
we can be
play
that.
play what we want.
Yeah, we play what we want.
We've never been like.
we didn't.
People's
play
like, oh, you gotta be over here. No,
yeah, we don't
no.
play
yeah.
for
Sorry.
what's on the radio now. We just play what we like.
Yeah, that's good. Then
Yeah.
you guys are in this part of your career, and then she's on like that hustle and come up too. So it's
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
good for you guys.
So
to be working.
she deserves it.
Yeah.
She's a hustler. She deserves it.
She's
So
like,
she
"Oh,
brought this song to you guys.
She's like, I wrote this song
Yeah.
for you guys, da da da. But logistically, it was like, oh no, just put it on to you.
yeah.
It was like
And she
it's
deserves
your
it too,
song
yeah.
and you should do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually brought this is kind of like the different mindset of like gratitude also of we got to do we did 20,000 10,000 arenas and stuff like that and now we still love baby parties and weddings.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
we get
yeah,
to
yeah,
we get to go
exactly.
back to that
And hang out, yeah,
enjoy
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff.
And eat
But-
lau lau every weekend.
Oh my God! Like, we eat lau lau Hawaiian
food,
food
yeah.
at least 20 times this year. But we asked Char to come on with us at the stadium. What was that
The
gig?
birthday was the
One
the Sublime.
yeah. So we opened for Sublime.
yeah.
And that was her biggest audience ever. Like you look out to
Nice.
the audience, it's like
Yeah.
thousands of people, right?
Yeah.
And she always dreamed of doing that.
Yeah.
And so she came on and she slayed.
Yeah.
And she's like nervous, but all for us was like, oh, you like killed
You
it.
crushed
And
it.
so
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
were just like, yeah, this is the
That's
and we
That's so
but,
cool that
but
you
we
gave her that
yeah.
opportunity.
but
Yeah.
yeah, so for us, we kind of used to it. But like, I mean, it's always if we still like get nervous and all that, but we've seen it a lot of times, right?
Yeah.
That was her first time seeing
Yeah.
big audience like that,
Yeah,
and
that's
and
amazing.
then everybody screaming.
Yeah.
And then after we were done, we all like a good show, like do our normal like
Yeah.
right on. We kicked it, and then we get off, and then it's like we're party now.
Yeah.
But so we get off, put all our stuff away, and it was like, oh, where's Char? Found out that she went off the stage, went in the back of the stage, and started bawling.
Oh,
Yeah,
dang.
she's-
Yeah. And she was, and it was like, and then you think about it, it's like, oh yeah, that's your first time.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you just kind of take you back to like
Yeah, because
Your
you're
guys'
first
first
time.
Yeah.
and then you go, oh, that's right, that's what this is about.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, but it's
crazy,
about
yeah.
the connection, and it's about making the music and sending and sharing it with 20,000 people.
Yeah.
That's so.
Whoever.
That's amazing.
That's crazy. That
Yeah.
that truly is like a full circle moment.
So it is full
for
circle
you
now.
guys.
So like I mean,
Yeah.
if you say what is it now for us, is like a lot of full circles. For
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
And hopefully like throw more stuff out so that it can come back for
Yeah.
our the next our legacy. and stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's so awesome. I'm so proud of you guys.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I love that you guys are still playing, still together.
Still doing
You
the
guys
same
are just
thing.
still the same guys.
Jamming.
Yeah.
Partying and
Same
jamming.
Everybody's like, you guys still the same guys. I guess, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Just maybe
Pretty
like,
much. It's really hard to get out of bed nowadays.
a little bit older, a little bit sore,
yeah,
but you know,
yeah.
still the same.
So you
all
guys
good.
have the music video coming out. By the time this episode comes out, it'll be out.
Yeah.
But I know that. Talk a little bit about that music video because I know that was like really important to you guys. Like
that
where
was
you guys filmed it.
our first video because we had the 3 albums and everybody
Never
like,
did a music
Yeah.
video.
Never did
We
a
were
music
always
video.
asked to do stuff, and we were
Yeah,
just like,
I didn't want
nah.
to be by the beach and dance
Yeah.
or something like that. So, no.
Actually, we our first attempt was with Kolby
Yeah.
Kobe.
And Kelly,
right,
too.
and Kelly.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Right?
She was a gangster, man. She
Wow.
came in the water with like she was
yeah.
trying to she
I
filmed.
I don't even
we were-
remember. Oh
you-
my gosh.
Yeah.
You were in the water trying to film us surfing, and I'm pretty sure the cameras were heavier back then.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
Bigger.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah, and when we surfed there's a wall. There's not
backwash,
there's not,
yeah.
like
Oh,
walk
it's
on the sand.
oh,
It's like
yeah,
you got to
yeah.
climb on the wall, and then she was get like smashed up against the wall.
With the camera.
Yeah, I was like,
Like holding
I was
it.
like,
that was
oh,
like
this
two-
girl is serious.
That was like
she's
2008
awesome.
too.
Or something
Yeah,
like
that
that.
was a
Yeah.
long time
long
ago.
time
You gotta
Oh,
find
yeah.
that footage and drop
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
drop the unreleased.
I don't
Oh
think
man,
we
they do even have it. It's on
I don't think-
VHS.
What is that?
Hard drive.
Sorry, guys.
Beta, man. Yeah. That's how when Kolby said she was gonna start her own company. It was like it's gonna be
Yeah.
successful, guarantee.
Yeah,
Guarantee.
even for you, congratulations. I know you
Yeah,
went through the grind
congrats.
too. That's why just
yeah,
as long as
I
us.
know,
Yeah.
I know.
Pretty much, yeah.
I started my company when we were like hanging out partying,
Yeah,
and they're like,
see?
and that's where like
How did you do that?
I don't know.
I
That
mean,
was a journey.
us too. You know, it's
We always-
10
we
feet of business.
Yeah.
We always watch it and it's like, wow, she came a long way from what she was aspirating to be. Like,
Yeah. So we're proud of you too, Kolby.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're proud of
thank you,
you
thank
too,
you.
yeah.
You guys are the best.
we seen you go through the grind just as much as us. So
Yeah, yeah.
Congratulations.
Sometimes I want.
Congratulations to you also on your
Yeah,
album.
Andrew.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know.
Thank
Catch
you.
them.
Looking forward to
Yeah.
playing at your place too.
Catch them at Valor. Yep.
Lots of old fashions for you.
Well, yeah, we have a lot of old people too.
Yeah.
I think the beautiful thing about that is like, you know, like you were saying too, like it's so cool because, you know, I grew up listening to all these songs and everything.
As long as it's not elementary.
Yeah,
It was though.
It was before he was born.
Probably before. But it was like, okay, we were listening on the radio and whatnot, but it's like now we get to watch it live again, you know,
Yeah.
like kind of
Like,
bringing
you're
the
right,
music
right,
back,
right,
like,
right.
and just keeping the legacy going, you know, and like providing that space for people to listen to that music. And they're all singing all the songs, like you said, you know, they all know it. It's like my generation and even the generation younger, they're like, they love the music. And it's like, wow, how
Yeah.
do they even know the songs, you know? But it's like,
I do love that. Like
Yeah.
the music is like cyclical and it's coming
It is,
back. Like
yeah,
even like
yeah.
Kapena, like
Yeah,
we were
it
growing
is,
up
right.
with Kapena, and then we
Huge.
had Uncle Kelly Boy on
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about 40 years.
40 years.
of,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
insane.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I seen that episode. We
Yeah, I was watching that,
we
yeah.
can relate to everything he said. I mean, we toured with those guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We yeah, and now we're recording with his son, and
That's so
Yeah, it's
cool.
so crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
Full
I
circle
work
moment.
with Kalena for like almost 10 years at Aulani. you
That's
know,
right.
Like doing,
Yeah.
doing the shows and
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
So I mean, yeah, talented family.
Yep.
Lilo's like one of the craziest bass players. Like,
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
family is crazy talented. Like,
Yeah.
and now
And the grandson.
Oh my
now.
god!
yeah, just jamming,
yeah.
Oh my god! Yeah, we saw him when he was probably like 6 months. We was like, oh, he's gonna be a good drummer.
Yeah, 6 months. Already holding drumsticks.
good
at
picking out drummers out.
Yeah, that's the guy. How come they're not in our band?
Yeah. The video was fun with
With
man,
Kelly
he's-
E
yeah, he's
and
so-
Rock. Yeah.
Bruh, we had so much fun with them. It was
Yeah.
like- they was like they had this like
They were riding Josiah's e-bikes around
Yeah,
with
so I
the
brought
carrying the
e-bikes.
camera.
Oh, for
sick.
real?
I
Yeah,
just brought
like
it
all
just-
these expensive cameras riding e-bikes.
I just brought it to just hang out, but it made the photo
Yeah.
the video shoot way faster because
Yeah.
he could utilize the whole park because they would
Yeah,
just get on my
yeah,
bikes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like,
we
"Can
were
go
driving
there?"
around,
Yeah.
driving around. In
Oh, it
his
was
car.
so fun, and that was our first video. I was like, you know what?
And it was surreal too because I mean we filmed the thing at Sand Island.
Yeah.
which is where 10 Feet started.
Yeah.
So it's like first video 30 years later, like we started right there.
Yeah.
Like right there.
With
Yeah.
all those familiar faces.
Yeah, and then now we're shooting a video. Like, who would have thought 30 years later? Like,
Yeah,
if we're sitting
that's
under the
cool.
tree, starting like 30 years later, we'll do a music video over here.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be like cool camera crew, and then like about several hundred people would show up.
People don't even know what they're
What?
doing like next year or next week. You know,
Right,
like
right.
30
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
30,
Yeah.
and then it was like, how long you guys been here? See that tree right there, that big coconut tree? We
Yeah, we planted that.
thing.
No.
Oh, that's crazy.
See all those coconut trees we planted. Those
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
They were like,
it's
oh,
so
at least
crazy.
there's shade there. It was like, yeah, we planted
Yeah, we
these.
planted.
They
We
were-
wanted them. Yeah,
There
yeah.
never used to be
It's so
shade.
crazy, like, holy- like I put
Yeah.
a sign on. I put a sign on the coconut trees that says "Pick up your trash," and then the sign moved all.
That's funny.
Wow, it stayed on the tree all
Yeah.
these years.
Yeah, until it fell off.
So we did that with Keely. Oh man, he was so
He's the best.
Yeah.
So
Awesome,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
he's so
He's
relaxed
our
and
guy. Yeah.
like he would just like put me on the side, Sam. You know, it gets real. Who you on? Ham it up.
Ham it up.
Like I like ham it up.
Yeah, we're like,
He just
we're
walk
like,
out, he like walk like you look like he's gonna scold you.
yeah.
Ham it up.
Got you.
And
Got
we,
you.
and we
Yeah,
lip,
yeah.
and we,
He made me feel so like relaxed.
and we lip
you know,
syncing
yeah.
that. You gotta look at each other. Yeah. Oh man, I was like,
Ham it up.
I
Ham
was
it
like,
up.
I think I'm like spoiled.
I told him,
Man,
yeah, how you doing in the back there? Third wheel.
man, and so like we gotta come out with a blooper. Thing.
Yeah.
It was a 12-hour video shoot
didn't
in the
know.
hot sun and sat out
And then
there,
I didn't know
like,
the camera was taking the audio too, so I was like, oh my god, I hope you didn't say nothing.
Oh man, like, talking crap
Because we
about
was just
anyone?
making cracking some
Yeah,
jokes.
yeah,
there.
jokes all the time.
Yeah, and then he would always Brock would always yell, cut. I was like, what did he call us? I told you, I swear he didn't call us
No,
something.
no.
No. He said cut. He said cut.
Yeah, reverse again. Okay, action. Okay, cut. I said, brah, telling you.
You say that one more time.
We cannot say. We cannot say that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Say it and then we'll keep it.
Yeah, we didn't say anything.
But yeah, it was so fun.
It's
Char.
beautiful.
How was it
Much.
watching it for the first time? Like, the
Oh,
final
man.
I
cut?
started tearing. He's like,
I'll-
are you crying?
Yeah.
Put this. That's why you're wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
Are you crying? No.
And I was like, wait, that hour and a half shoot for 4 seconds?
4 seconds. Yeah.
And it was like I had to like go in and out of the car, like
100 times.
I was like, my joints are bad. He
Yeah.
comes back. I was like, what happened to the camera on the hood? It fell off. How much did that camera? Like 50 grand. What?
Yeah, so the thing, I was like, I think the camera's coming off. Huh? Brock was like, oh. Yeah, the camera was like hanging off.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cut.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
it fell off. One of those red cameras.
red?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
fell off.
Yeah. and
He
then
came
they-
back. I was
Oh,
like, what happened to
bro.
the camera?
Yeah. Yeah,
But they extracted,
I had
so-
it, I had
But
it
was
in my
hanging,
seat.
right? But it's
yeah.
hanging.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Yeah, because
It was in the front on the hood, so I was like,
Yeah.
I think the speed bumps.
Inside Island. Yeah.
yeah. So then they was like, okay, let's not go through the speed bumps.
Oh shit. That's like our worst fear.
Yeah.
Every
Yes.
time we do hood mount stuff, I'm like, oh, is the
That's-
camera coming back or what?
That's
Yeah.
what it was like. Holy.
Because I don't even do that, and I was like, oh, that looks sketch.
So
man.
half of the time I was like, okay, act natural. I was like, no, the camera's coming off. The camera's coming off. I can see the suction one come off.
Blame you, your driving style.
Yeah.
You can see it. Just, like, oh. You see
The one suction. Yeah.
like sideways.
Next one, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
You guys can make the thing straight up because the camera's coming off. It's like, what? It's coming off.
Oh my gosh. Well, look for the music video and then it'll just be on what, YouTube?
YouTube, yeah.
YouTube, and we're gonna start up a 10 feet YouTube channel.
Hey,
Oh.
nice.
Yeah, that'll
So-
be the same day too.
So I guess click and subscribe.
Smash that like
Smash
button.
Yeah, smash the like
Smash
button.
the
Oh, you guys are good, right?
Oh, we watch a lot of YouTube, but it was like
yeah.
it's like I don't know.
What kind of content can people expect on it?
We're gonna do a lot of music stuff. So
Okay, nice.
A lot of the live stuff.
I'm probably gonna do a lot of solo acoustic stuff on that too.
Okay, sick,
Nice.
nice.
Yeah. Trying to
just
get into
gonna-
that.
Yeah, we're just gonna try to.
Just keep it going.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, there's
for me, my music side right now is like once a week, at least. I mean, every week I learn one song.
Nice.
It doesn't have to be a song that we're
Still?
gonna play.
Yeah.
Yeah, still.
Yeah.
So every week
Yeah, and
I
then he
learn one
buses
song.
it out some
Randomly,
of our
yeah.
duo gigs, and
Yeah.
I'm like, what the?
I do crazy stuff.
No
But,
heads.
Just tells you the
No
key,
heads
yeah.
up.
That's
Close
my,
enough.
my goal during the week. Like, okay, learn a song from beginning to end without using an iPad or iPhone, just to keep my memory sharp. Yeah.
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 No, that's
'Cause
crazy.
I-
You just
you
keep
know-
building that library in there.
Yeah,
I
I just
know.
keep building the library, and then so when people ask for a song, I can.
Oh, yeah, I got that. Yeah.
And I just tell these guys follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meet you at the end.
See what happens.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
hopefully
see
it's
what
all good. Yeah.
Yeah. and then when it really does sound good, it's like, okay, that's going on one of the song lists.
Yeah, it's like,
right
okay,
there.
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we can add this one. Oh no, scratch this one.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
fine.
other 10 feet famous
But
saying. Meet you
keeps
at the
me-
end.
Yeah, it keeps me fresh as far as the music side. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
try to learn as much and absorb as much as I can before it's
Good.
time.
Oh gosh.
Enjoy. You gotta enjoy life and
You
just
gotta
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
you gotta
life.
enjoy life.
So I want to rewind it all the way to the beginning. Why 10 feet? Like, who thought of it?
Oh.
Like, yeah, like, what? Tell us the name.
Oh, too
Tell
bad,
them
Eric,
all.
too bad Erickson wasn't here. He usually tells the
Oh,
story.
I
but,
love Erickson. Hi, Erickson.
So yeah, so we let him tell his story, but you know we call him storyteller extraordinaire.
he tells a story like
But-
at most of the gigs.
Yeah,
The
it
build
takes about
and-
20
Yeah, yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
It's
So-
good because it cuts the song list in like
Yeah,
half.
yeah. I'm pretty sure he speaks Ilocano in between.
Yeah.
In between.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Yeah, but long story short, gist of it is we used to live in the house together, and we first gig was coming up. We was trying to come up with names, so his thing was like, okay, so Josiah thought of Pleasure Boys,
Pleasure Boys.
and then we're like, and then you know how like the geckos, there was a lot of geckos in the house that
Yeah,
would
yeah.
smashed up against the
door. In the
door
door
sill.
frame. Yeah.
And then so we was thinking, oh, Gecko House.
Gecko House Band, and then the other one
And
was,
the other was,
Gecko. Oh, Super Sunday.
Oh, Sober Sunday, because that was the
Sunday,
only
yeah.
day we were
Sober.
sober.
Yeah.
And there's actually
That's
the
a good
title.
name.
It's
That's a good
out of
one,
the,
actually.
actually a song on one of our
So I
albums.
wrote
I
a
don't-
song
yeah.
called Super
okay,
Sunday
yeah.
on the first album.
But then our friend Paul Kaiali'i, he came to one of our rehearsals one day and he was like, "Why don't you guys just call yourselves 10 feet? You know, you guys 5 of you guys 2 feet each. You guys all surf." Kind of got that surf connotation
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And then we look at it, it was like, "That's so stupid."
Cheesy.
Dumb. 10 feet.
But we needed a song to go on the KSSK morning show. That's why.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
so you
yeah,
need a-
yeah.
you
We
need
didn't have a
band
name yet. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
So
Yeah.
we just use that. Yeah.
yeah, and then we used that, and then when our first game came, it was like, we call ourselves 10 feet,
They're like, yeah.
and it stuck.
Yeah.
And then it's funny that KSSK, that first interview we did with Uncle Perry and Price, what came from that was Brother Nolan actually heard us on the radio.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
And then and we had a gig, Pure Bar,
And we didn't
whatever.
have any recording thing yet.
We didn't even have
we
it,
just was
yeah.
a cover band.
We
yeah.
just
Yeah.
we just sang on the,
Yeah.
on the
Oh, so
show.
he reached out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we I don't even know how we got on the show, but
Yeah.
But you know, it's probably through the clubs and
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
stuff. And then we were playing Pure Bar that night, or Caponos or whatever.
Yeah. I think it was Pure Bar, and then
Pure Bar, yeah.
We was trying to push.
We was trying to promo the thing, so we did that, and then the next morning, Brother Nolan, I mean, he heard us on the radio, and then the next morning on the Sunday morning, he actually calls my house. Because
found
back then,
your number.
because there's no we didn't have cell phones there, right?
Yeah.
But he got the number. He called KSSK, and KSSK, one of my classmates worked there, and so she was like, "Oh yeah, I got his contact number. You want to have his call?" So Brother Nolan calls me on a Sunday after a Saturday night gig,
Yeah, so you're.
which is like. He calls me early Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I had the phone next to my
Oh,
bed.
nice.
And hello? And he was like, "Hey, how's it going, Drez? This is Brother Nolan. Calling. I heard you guys on the radio." I was like, "What?" hung up, and then
You actually hung
yeah,
up on
yeah. And then he calls back. He goes, "Hey, brother, what? No, for real, this Brother Nolan."
One of us pranking him.
But this Brother Nolan, for real, I got you. And when he said, "I heard you guys on the radio," and then I got your number from your classmate at KSSK, and then I was like, oh, that's for real.
Yeah.
You know what? Oh, I'm so sorry. No. I get it. A hot night last night. Okay. And so he like called us to go come meet him down at Palama Settlement, where he was there for years,
Yeah.
volunteering, doing his awesome work. And we went down, and he was like, I love that you guys are all Kali boys. I love like you guys play what you guys want to play. I love that. And I love the name 10 feet. Oh man, that's unreal. It's not like some Hawaiian name, because at the time, it was like
Everybody had Hawaiian.
everybody
Hawaiian
Hawaiian
name.
name
Yeah.
stuff, and you guys like 10 feet. They're like, bro, that's like mind blowing. 10 feet. What? That's fine. You guys do. Yeah, his brother know that, and all of us over there like, bro, we grew up on your music. This is like amazing that we even hear talking story with you.
Yeah.
So we got that friendship from him, and initially he wanted to manage us at the beginning, but
Manage and record the first
record.
album,
But then he got busy with his own stuff, and by chances we got with our producers, and then everything kind of took off. And
Yeah.
then, but so we kind of always remained friends, and then we would see
That's awesome.
Awesome.
see them on the road and stuff, and so we consider him like he's a kupuna, bro. He's,
Yeah.
he's legend,
Yeah.
I mean to this day. But you've been in the business long enough, you know everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you turn into a kupuna, too.
and eventually you turn into a kupuna. Right now,
Oh
hopefully,
no, Kupuna era.
right now for sure, right now for sure, we uncles.
Guarantee uncles.
Like long
You guys are
time
in the
uncles.
uncles
Yeah.
era. Uncles era.
Like,
We could do like a show.
when the Rebel Boys and the Green and what's up?
Yeah.
Bro,
No, the worst is when you get off the stage and then everybody come up to you. Oh, good show, uncle. Like,
hey, we peers now.
Yeah. We just play. We just jam together. Come on.
oh, easy with uncle.
But it is full circle, because I mean, like, we grew up with Brother Nolan. We grew up with like Kalapana, and we CNK, and we were fortunate enough to like
play and tour with them,
Henry
yeah.
Capono used to call us when he couldn't play at Capono's when he was home,
wow, yeah.
and to fill in for him.
Yeah.
And we would open up for him on the
And we would open for him, and then we were fortunate enough to go on the road with Kalapana.
Yeah.
Where,
That's
and
crazy.
Amazing.
I remember like being on the tour bus, and Uncle Milani would like grab the mic from the tour bus and be like, we'd be in like San Francisco, like, hey, everyone, or LA would be like, hey, to the right of you, you see 101 freeway with traffic. To the left, traffic. And we on the bus are like, how did we get here? We're just 5 Kali guys. And then, they would bring on like people that we grew up with their music. It was like, bro, you guys are legends to us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, no, and then one time we did One Male Festival, and we get to One Male Festival, and Kalapana's playing before us, and then we were in the backstage like, who booked this? Why we gotta
Why
go
we
on
after-
before after them? You crazy?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
And I'm stressing out. What we gonna play?
What we gonna do? And then when we jump on, Kalapana doesn't leave. They all stay there to watch us. And
Oh,
they're
yeah,
all like,
yeah.
and they're cheering us. They're like, yeah. And we're like, oh my God. We was nervous before we went on watching you guys, and then we're nervous because you guys watching us. And they actually stayed and they said, bro, you guys awesome, bro. We like love you guys. And then
that's
we're
the
like,
best.
that's so like holy smokes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Still not kapunas yet, but
Uncle.
Close.
Yeah. uncles.
Pretty close to it.
those guys are,
Yeah.
legends. And
yeah.
and that's the other thing with gratitude now, is because a lot of them are not around.
Yeah.
A lot of our mentors not around.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
recently lost Marcus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Planning those guys. I mean, you can just go on my phone and be like,
Yeah.
sometimes, bro, I
Crazy.
gotta delete them one.
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Hard, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like sometimes I go later, Ernie Cruz, like Chino Montero.
And the best part for us now is everybody's saying that we're in our legacy status now. Like we kind
Yeah.
of built a legacy now.
Yep.
So I think we got to keep that same vibe, that same energy,
Yeah.
and don't let that get to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try
Yeah.
to
We're the same guys, yeah.
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 try to
Same
release
guys.
some
I
fresh
love that.
stuff. Yeah.
Legacy status.
Yeah. So when you get to that, I think when you get to that feel or that level where in the music business where you can give back and you can almost do things for free. I think that's the full circle too again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those gigs are actually the more fun ones.
Fun,
Things you
No
do for the
stress,
kids and the free gigs. Are like,
When you
it's
gotta
fun.
play for somebody that's paying you some money and it's like, now you really gotta be
Yeah.
on point.
Uh-huh.
But we always on point. Just don't give us too much shots.
Before.
Oh,
After.
then.
Yeah.
Enough for this guy. Enough. Wait.
Stop right. This herbal tea.
All right. Well, thank you for being on. Any last things you want to promote or talk about or shout out before?
Look out for a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Smash and like.
I just want to be able to say that.
You can say it now.
Right.
10 Feet Music, probably.
Pleasure Boys.
Pleasure Boys. Oh, we could have been Pleasure Boys.
Now you're pleasure uncles.
Oh, take it easy. Oh.
And we'll cut on
And
that.
yeah.
We like to just say
Thank you, guys.
a shout out to the rest of the guys in the group. You know,
Yeah.
they want to be here, but they got to work.
Yeah.
And everybody else out there.
It's everybody
that's
who's-
striving to be a musician, artist, filmmaker, podcaster. You can do it. Just gotta keep the drive alive and surrounding yourself with positive people
Yeah.
and a lot of self-awareness.
Yeah.
I love that.
Good
To
one.
all the bands that came up with us, man. Keep it going. Keep healthy.
Yeah.
Stay healthy.
Very
And we'd like to thank Kolby. Thank you
Yeah.
again. Congratulations again
Yeah.
on your success as well as you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on.
Thank you for being on.
It's
That was fun.
very-
That story.
The Bravo Via.
Gabe, shout out.
Shout out to Gabe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gabe.
That,
yeah.
that was fun. I'm so glad we got to have you guys on. First podcast in the books.
Yeah,
More to
yeah,
come.
for
More
us,
to
yeah.
come. More
More
to
to
We
come.
get so
come.
much stars, like, bro, this is not gonna be long enough.
This can be on your YouTube too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
definitely.
There you go.
Yeah, we can
Yep.
cut it.